The Texas Rangers just announced their World Series roster. 2023 World Series kicks off tonight, and the roster is set for the Rangers. Let's talk about it now here on the Texas Rangers Clubhouse. Hey everybody, my name is Jeff Bates of the Texas Rangers Clubhouse, where we talk about the Texas Rangers, Major League Baseball, and the 2023 freaking World Series. It's right here in Globe Life Field, Arlington, Texas, right down the road from me. The rosters are out. They had to put them out this morning, and the Texas Rangers just posted theirs. And I planned on doing a video to talk about it, just like I did for their ALCS roster. And here's the good news, video over. If you watch that video, it's the exact same roster. I did a pretty in-depth look at our roster for the ALCS, and I expected to talk about whatever changes there were, and there's none. I'm going to talk about it in a much quicker fashion. I'll link to that video if you want to see a more in-depth talk about the what's and the whys and the who's and all that, at least my opinion on them, right? But let's get to it. Here's the roster. Again, this is going to be a kind of a repeat, so it'll be much quicker than last time's. Or if you already saw that one and you remember that, you can say goodbye. I got more stuff for you here on the channel. Let's talk about the pitchers. Cody Bradford, who I think matters a lot. I think he's going to have a key game. I'm not saying it's game 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7, but there'll be a game where we need him and he'll give us 2/3 of an inning, or 1 1/3, or maybe 2 1/3 innings, something along those lines. And it's going to be a valuable time. If he gets through that inning, we probably win that game. He's going to be a key piece of one of these games, in my opinion. Aroldis Chapman scares the crap out of me. He's the 7th inning. No, he's the 8th inning guy. Sportsy's been unbelievable in the playoffs. Leclerc's been really, really good. And Aroldis scares the crap out of me. He's going to have a key piece, too. Dane Dunning is probably game 3. After Max would be my assumption. We'll see about that. Big Game Nate, of course, is our starter for today in game 1, and maybe for more than that. John Gray is in the bullpen. We don't know when he's going to come out. I think he's going to be ready to give us an inning or 2 or 3 in any game where we need a surprise. Big Nate gets hurt. Gray might be the first guy they go to. Game 2, Jordan Montgomery doesn't, get hurt in the sense of gets hit. John Gray will be ready in game 1 or in 2 or in 3 or in 4 or whenever they need him. If we don't see him at all, that's probably good news for us. I love John Gray. He's been such a great piece. He's got that filthy slider. He could be a key point, a key piece in a key moment for us. But I suspect if things go well for us, we don't see any at all of John Gray. And that goes the same for Andrew Haney. Game 3 is where we're going to see these guys the most likely to pitch. And or game 1 or 2 if either Nate or Jordan don't go 5 or 6 or 7. But Haney, kind of the same thing as I just mentioned with John Gray. Jose Leclerc is our closer, and we need him. He's been pretty dang good. He's been a key reason why we've got this deep. He needs to keep being what he's been if we're going to get a ring. Jordan Montgomery's game 2 starter. You guys all know that. He's vital. If Big Nate and Jordan can get wins in Globe Life, boy, the odds go way up for us winning the World Series. Martin Perez has been the man in the cave. We haven't seen him in quite some time. Again, he's going to be a long guy in the pen. Could be valuable innings. Same thing with Gray and Haney. The less we see of him, the probably better. But he could be a piece that matters. He's a solid pitcher. Josh Sporzy, 7th inning guy, man. He's the guy that is the first one we want to see after our starter. If we're seeing someone that's not Sporzy or Aroldis or Leclerc, then the starter got hit too early. But Sporzy's been great. Mad Max, game 3 starter. So his arm injury that held him out for the last month is all gone. He says it's all good. Now he's got a cut on a finger, which I need to, I'm a little worried about, but it is what it is. That's Max's situation. He'll be starting game 3. He's got lots of World Series experience. I think his value in game 1 and 2 with that pitching staff is just as much as valuable as maybe that starting game 3, but we'll see how that goes. Will Smith used to be our closer. Now he's kind of like Martin Perez. Where the heck is he going to go? He might be a key spot against the lefty. Think Corbin Carroll. He hits very well from the left-handed side. That big slider could do some damage for us. We'll see where he goes. He doesn't have a set position like he used to, but he could have a key piece. And then Chris Stratton, he's had a good year for us, but I feel like he's been smashed in a couple key spots. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Our catchers are Garver, Hedges, and Heim. Heim has caught, I think, every pitch of every inning of every game in the playoffs. He's going to be key piece for us. We're going to win this. The infield is the infield, you know it. Young's at 3rd, Lowe's at 1st, Seager's at short, Simeon's at 2nd. Josh Smith is the only backup we have. That's been the way it's been pretty much for the second half of the year. And our outfield is Evan Carter, Adolis Garcia, Leody Taveras with Jankowski and Grossman. Will Grossman play in this? Yes, of course he will. He'll probably hit 3. anytime there's a planned lefty, you know that's what's going to happen. Jen Kelsey's going to be our pinch runner off the bench. Maybe he'll win us a taco. That's the roster for the World Series for the Rangers. It's exactly the same as it was for the ALCS. Keys, we're going to have a whole bunch of videos coming out. I will have a whole bunch of videos coming at you for the next few days. The key people on this roster are the pitchers, the bullpen. The D-backs have a better bullpen than us. Our bullpen has been key in the playoff run. If our bullpen is above average, we win this World Series. If our bullpen gets imploded, the D-backs win this World Series. I believe that deeply. So I'll say it. Sporzy, Chapman, and Leclerc, probably the most three important names on the roster for 4, 5, 6, or 7 games against the D-backs. What say you? Let me know what you think is going to happen. I'm not going to put my prediction for the World Series here because that's coming in another video today. That's the World Series roster, a full look at it. Again, I'll link somewhere. I probably already linked while you're watching this to the fuller version of this, which was just for the ALCS. You can watch that too if you want. I'll see you, watching the game tonight. Where are you watching? Are you going to the game? Are you going to a watch party? Are you watching on your couch? Let me know in the comments. I'm so excited. Thanks for watching. Have the best day ever. Go Rangers.